What's up, golfers, and welcome back to New 9 Golf. My name's Brandon, and today we have another golf unboxing for you guys. We have our hands on the Air Jordan 4 white cement golf shoe. This is by far the most hyped golf shoe of 2021, so let's get into this unboxing to show you the Air Jordan 4 white cement golf shoe. Woo! All right, guys, here we go, the big moment. Let's take a look. So the classic Jordan, the black box with the gold Air Jordan Jumpman logo. This, I'm thinking, is our warranty card. It says 1 or 2 year warranty for waterproofing. I've never had to return any shoes due to waterproofing, but at least you know you're covered. I cannot wait. This is the famous number 23 wrapping paper. I save this for all of my gifts just so people know that I'm a sneakerhead. Oh, there it is. There is the shoe we have been waiting for. Man, that is a frickin' sweet shoe. I'm a huge fan of the 4s, and Nike Golf and Jordan knocked this out of the park. Let's get them both out of here so we can take a really good look. Wow. There's nothing like unboxing new shoes, especially white shoes. Like, I shouldn't even be allowed to have white shoes, especially golf shoes, because these will be so dirty by the time I'm done with them. But man, what a sweet shoe. Let's take a really good look here. Okay, we're gonna keep the box in good form because I'm still undecided if I'm gonna wear them or not. Okay, first impressions out of the box. This is a brand new sole. It's a new sole for the Jordan golf shoe lineup. It looks very similar to the 5 lows. There's not a lot of grip other than the spike. So there's 7 spikes on the shoe. They are all removable. There's a little bit of grip on the toe, which is awesome because I find a lot of my shoes get worn out on the toe just in doing the follow through and walking. But there's not a lot of like turfs or bumps or raises in the sole itself, but you do have the removable spikes. It's a very good looking sole in my opinion, and I'm interested to see once I get hitting some balls or if I play around just to see the type of traction you get, but I'm comfortable knowing that it has 7 spikes. Just feeling the shoe, it's actually pretty heavy. It's definitely heavier than the runner. I anticipate it because it has the golf sole on it, but just feeling the shoe and feeling the leather of the golf shoe, that I know right out of the gate it's super high quality. I know that these were designed originally, I think in '89 by Tinker Hatfield. He wanted to first incorporate the mesh into the 4 when they released it as a basketball shoe, just for more breathability. I can see that it does still have the mesh in the golf shoe, but it looks like there's a layer behind it because it has to be waterproof. So I think it has the aesthetics of the 4, and I'm hoping they're as breathable, but I guess we'll find out when we put them on. They got the classic white laces and the nice signature 4 tongue. Something that I am noticing on the back of the shoe is this rubber mold. I have a feeling that when I put these on, this is gonna hit the back of my leg. So we'll have to see if that becomes bothersome or what the deal is, but it is a pretty hard rubber, so I'm interested to see how that feels when I put it on. Overall, I'm so impressed with these shoes. I remember first seeing these in the golf world when Pat Perez posted some on his Instagram story, and I've been dying to get my hands on them since. How I got these. So I'm in Canada. I'm in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Shout out to all of our Canadian followers. And for us to get these was a little bit more challenging than previous releases. Nike had been kind of teasing these, but kind of not teasing them. You know, a lot of release info would come out that was incorrect. If you follow our channel and you subscribe, thanks so much. Shout out to all of you subscribers. Hit the red button down below if you don't already subscribe. Is that we posted some videos trying to give some intel on when you could get these. So what we do know is that the European release and the US release happened before us Canadians could get our hands on them. Typically, you could get onto the Nike website when you found out the release date and you could get your hands on these shoes if you were quick enough, of course. Not the case this year. For whatever reason, Nike didn't release them to their Canadian website. Instead, I had to buy them through a retailer, Golf Town. Golf Town got the exclusivity on these shoes, and that's how we were able to get them. They sold out in minutes, and it was such a frenzy to even just get my own one pair that I'm blown away that I was actually to get my hands on some. We've heard some news and some rumblings about Nike Golf possibly furthering themselves away from the Canadian golf market. Why that is I have no idea, but I think they're just trying to partner up with bigger retailers like Golf Town to give them exclusivity on a lot of their Nike stuff. If there's anyone from Nike listening or Jordan, I would love to hear from you guys to get your take on why us Canadians aren't getting a fair chance at these shoes, but interesting to hear nonetheless. When I did load these into my cart, I was lucky enough to get a size 11, which is my size, and I almost always fit true to a Jordan shoe. I have a fairly wide foot, and I find that the Jordans fit wide foots fantastically. There's a lot of other Nike golf shoes that I have purchased in the past that are just too narrow for me. So if you traditionally have a little bit wider of a foot, chances are these Jordans are going to be great. I still haven't tried them on yet, but I know from my 5s and my ADGs and the trainers and all the other golf shoes that I have, the Jordans are very accommodating to a wider foot. So in 1989, Nike released the Air Jordan 4 to the public. It was designed by Tinker Hatfield and was the first Air Jordan release on the global market. It originally had 4 colorways. There was the white and the black and cement grays, which is what these golf shoes are. There was the white and fire reds, and the off-white and military blue. There's since been a whole bunch of limited releases, like Eminem has his own 4 and a couple others. The traditional 4, in my opinion, are these whites and the cement grays. To me, they're the cleanest looking. They go with a lot of different outfits if you're planning on wearing these. I'm still really unsure if I'm even gonna wear these. To me, they're such a clean looking shoe that I'm nervous to get them kind of dinged up, and because they are so limited, I don't know if I'll get another chance to get another pair of these, and if I do want to get them on the secondary market, chances are these prices are gonna go through the roof. I was actually just reminiscing looking at some of the older Jordans that I bought when they first released, like the ones, I had the ones in the black, ones in the white, and I either wore them or sold them. I made a little bit of money, but not compared to what they're selling for today. So I have a feeling that if you're in the reselling market, that these might be some of the most highest value golf shoes there's gonna be in the next couple years. If you're following the stock market, or perhaps you got your hands on some game stock, these are going to the moon. If you're a reseller, chances are you wanna hold on to these things. And if you're gonna wear them, hey, maybe pick up some shoe cleaner so you can make the white last as long as possible. Okay, so looking at the warranty card, it says Nike 1 year or 2 year limited waterproof warranty. What does that mean, 1 or 2 years? Like, do I have 1 year or do I have 2 years? Just tell me how long I have that I can replace these things. I am interested in like really limited release shoes like these 4s. Like if you did at the 2 year point want to return these for waterproof, does Nike just have a big overstock of these that are just waiting for people to give back on warranty issues? I'm very interested, and I'd love to get my hands on those shoes that aren't moving off the shelf because of warranty issues. Okay, I'm gonna start kind of untying these things and take out the shoehorn in it, just so I can kind of see how these shoes are opening up and what they're gonna look like once I throw them on here. So something that I am noticing is that right on the inside of the shoe, there's a lot of cushioning that it almost feels like, 3/4 of an inch of actual cushioning in between the shoe that, looking at it, it does look a little thick, but I'm just thinking it's just adding more comfort to the shoe. Something that I do love, maybe I can try to get a close-up of it, is inside the tongue, there's 2 elastic straps on either side to keep the tongue in place. Thank God that this has been invented, because there's nothing worse than a shoe that, the tongue sticks to the left or sticks to the right, and halfway through the round, you're changing your shoe and moving it back and forth. That's just one more added feature that Jordan has in their golf shoes that makes for a more comfortable shoe, and it's much easier to walk in. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put them on, do a little walking around to give you some feedback on what they feel like to wear. Okay guys, this moment has been 6 to 8 months in the working, and I've been dying to get these shoes. Finally, I have them. I only got 1 pair and they're 11, so I'm just praying to God that these things fit. So here we go, let's try them on. Oh, okay, so far so good. The left fits, and the right, oh, thank you. Thank you, sweet baby Jesus, 3-pound Jesus in a manger. These, oh, they feel so good. I would have been so upset if these things didn't fit. They feel super snug the second I put them on. I didn't have to pull the laces too tight to get these things to where I wanted them. That already out of the gate, these things fit like a true 11. I did mention that I have a wide foot, and Jordan gives me the flexibility of putting my big wide foot into these shoes, and they fit fine. There's no pressure building up. They feel super comfy. They are, like I said, spacious. The leather that they have feels quite flexible. They're not squeaky at all. You're not gonna hear me walking from, the men's locker room all the way to the first tee. And man, I'm so happy I have these, and I'm really just bummed that I only have 1 pair right now. So if you got a pair of Jordan 4 white cement golf shoes and you want to get rid of them for a retail price, hit me up. I think my email is listed on YouTube. But wishful thinking aside, these are such sick golf shoes. So I'm gonna have to find a second pair, because I know for a fact I'm not gonna keep these as clean as they're looking, fresh, new out of the box. But I'm so excited. One thing that I did mention earlier when we were unboxing them is this little rubber piece in the back. So in just moving around, I don't feel it. Let's try the golf swing movement. Yeah, I feel it a little bit, but not enough for it to bug me. I think if I was wearing ankle socks, if I wasn't wearing higher socks, it would kind of dig in and hit the back of my heel. But I think over time, as you wear them,
you would either A, get used to it, or they will maybe flex a little bit to the back. But again, if you're wearing socks that are just a little bit higher than your ankles, you should have no problem. So looking at them, I'm so impressed with these shoes. And again, I'm so grateful that I have them, that these are the best golf shoes I've ever owned. Hey golfers, we're still pumping out a ton of videos. You still have time to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications. We're so happy to have you guys part of the New 9 Golf family, and you can follow us on Instagram at New 9 Golf.
Okay guys, to give you my very humble opinion, I think these are by far the best Jordan golf shoe that they have pumped out. Visually, if you're not a fan of the 4s, I just think you're not a fan of Jordans, that they're such a classic look and they look fantastic. In my opinion, again, maybe some of you don't like it, and if you don't like the 4s, I'd be interested to hear in the comments below. I think that Jordan has set a new standard as far as quality of golf shoes. They look fantastic, and I'm hoping that they're gonna release a whole bunch of other 4s. The rumor is there's supposed to be a handful of different colorways. If you look at previous years, like they did last year with all the 5s, there's so many colorways I lost count. I don't know if there's 6 or 7 5s. I'm kind of hoping they do the same thing with the 4s, just because I'm a bigger fan of the 4s than the 5 lows. Again, I think these are a super high quality shoe. I don't think you'll be disappointed if you can get your hands on them. And that's a big if, because these things are selling up quick. I know on the resale market, if you check out like GOAT or StockX, that they're just harder and harder to find. And you're gonna pay a premium because that's kind of just the way the sneaker market is going. For whatever reason, you know, golf is blowing up, and I think a lot of people who didn't golf before are now finding Jordans, which offers, you know, streetwear into the golf game. And that's just the way that the sport is trending. So good luck to you guys trying to find a pair of 4s. Make sure you subscribe so you can see our other videos, and thanks for joining the New 9 Golf community. We'll check in with you next time.